Alright, so Lou the Shoe Dort went off against the Rockets. He's now averaging 25 points on 59% shooting in his last 5 games. And his shot chart is an NBA nerd's dream. He only shoots threes or shots at the basket. And while some of it is him being a great off-ball player, his ball handling is coming along really nicely. Like here, where he certainly benefits from some Rockets defense that isn't exactly the bad boy Pistons, but when you remember how Dort looked in his rookie season and the thought was if there was going to be any offense to his game at all, this is a great sign. Here's one of the few mid-range jumpers that he ever attempts. He is currently being paid a little over $1 million a season, and he was undrafted, so simply being a rotation player is a pretty big win for OKC. But if he keeps going like this, then they're of course going to have to pay him. Let's look at some of his threes. He's at about 37% from 3 on 8 attempts per game in his last 5 games. Now, I don't know if the jump shot is a finished product with him. I mean, even among this run that he's on, he's had a couple of games where he's been a little blah from 3. But the progress is huge. And of course, we can't forget that he came into the league as a defensive player. If Lou Dort can grow into being one of the best two-way guys in the league, then Sam Presti deserves some type of award. Maybe we can get him an extra draft pick, I don't know. I think it's cool that a lot of his baskets are like this, where he just attacks immediately off the catch. I mean, this play was not drawn up for him initially, but he just recognized that there was a hole in the defense. Now you get to see his strength on display as he pushes Blake Griffin to the ground. Is that an offensive foul? I don't know. Now, while we're here in OKC, let's have a Josh Giddey update. You get a behind-the-back pass to Jeremiah Robinson Earl. You're going to get another assist to Earl here. This sequence by Giddey is the most Josh Giddey thing of all time. It's herky-jerky, and it looks a little awkward, but he eventually gets to the pass, and even the pass itself looked a little weird, but it was perfect right to a shooter. You also get an offensive rebound that's a little awkward, which is what I say for half of the things that Giddey does, but it works. He's currently at 6 rebounds and 6 assists per game. Here's his other offensive rebound in the OKC game. Just kind of lingering around there, trading blows with Tyler Hero, and then he makes a pass mid-rebound to Pokashevsky. Like, what the hell is that? However, for as much as I'd like to give you just the good stuff, I cannot. Josh Giddey is struggling to put the ball in the basket. He is shooting below 60% at the rim. He's shooting below 30% from 3, and there's something about his jump shot that's just a bit awkward. I don't know exactly what it is. There you go. There I go again, Josh Giddey awkward. Whether it's his process of getting it to his release point or where his legs are at or the timing of it all, I don't know what it is, but you can tell that it needs a little bit of an adjustment. So that's the gist. Basically, Giddey, good passer, good rebounder, does some cool things every game, also needs to make some shots. Now, unlike Lou Dort, Julius Randle's last 5 games have not been the best. The big thing with the Knicks right now is the contrast between the starters and the bench. It's almost comical how opposite they are. And we'll see what ends up happening with it, but I also think Julius Randle simply playing better would be huge. And I feel like he's doing a lot of what he did last season, which was taking shots that were not always the easiest. And I'm sure he can get back to that somewhat as the year goes on, but eventually, this sort of thing's just going to catch up with you. These were his misses against Orlando. No shots in the paint and only 2 free throws. Quick Celtics update. Jason Tatum had maybe his best game of the season, but it was a struggle for them to score unless it was him pretty much. Now, CP had 7 assists in the 4th. Let's look at the last 3. Here, Mikal Bridges is open on the wing. What happened? Why was he that open? We have Hardaway and Brunson trapping CP, which is, of course, then going to give Ayton an open lane to the basket. So somebody's got to help, or else that's just going to be an easy layup. So what ends up happening? You've got an open shooter. That's basketball 101. This one is just some Chris Paul wizardry, as he's falling out of bounds, but manages to still get it to Ayton. And then we've got the dagger, which is an Ayton Booker thing that's technically a Chris Paul assist. Tyler Hero, accidental half court. Yeah, this one's wild. It's kind of like a terrible pass in a way, but it went in. So you try to throw something in the trash, and it hits the side of the thing, and then it lands perfectly on something else. You could never do that again. Ooh, another Lou Dort play. Oh, this is the putback dunk. I saw this on Twitter. I didn't put it in the video because I don't know why. How much does Lou Dort outweigh Jalen Green by? Because it's very striking just looking at him. Oh, the Franz Wagner dunk. This one was nuts. Dude, Franz Wagner, he's going through like different phases already in his rookie season. First, it's like spot up guy. Now it's like dude who silences MSG with a dunk over two dudes. And what's his ceiling? I don't know. And Chris Middleton ties Ray Allen with 1,051 threes for the Bucks. You know, I just thought of this. There's a decent chance Middleton gets his number retired from the Bucks. I mean, if the Bucks win a second title at some point, he's definitely getting it.